What's going to be one family support big big? Welcome back to my Black Universe. So we're back in with some more content for Black empowerment and family. Sometimes you just scrolling through TikTok. I'm bringing you guys a lot of IG lately. A mix of IG, but things I see and I have my thoughts. Some TikTok, but I was on TikTok and I just scrolling, and of course I came across a few lives that were the people. To me, I felt like they were all unhinged with their takes on how we're acting. So sometimes when y'all are hearing people say, "Oh, y'all are gaslighting," people aren't acting that. I'm a little ashy. I'm gonna fix that while I'm talking to you guys. You know what I'm saying? I bought this from the Doc Bookshop in Fort Worth. They got the whipped, and they got the whipped white shea butter and the whipped yellow shea butter and the regular shea. Whatever you need to keep your hands moisturized. If you don't have a particular brand you like to go with, I rock with. Just get the shea butter from them. It'll last me a while. And de-acidification is quality. It's quality de-acidification. But like I was saying, when people are like, oh, y'all gaslighting, people aren't having 24-hour conversations about you and having these weird takes about how y'all are moving. Family, when y'all have heard the B1 media say delineation has had other groups become living, breathing crash outs, that's not a farce. That's not a bridge too far. All right, we're not gaslighting nobody on that. I'm just scrolling and I hear live and I just happen to hear Black American mentioned and then some weird stuff after. I'm like, oh, let me tap into this live and screen record and hear what I have to say because it might be a great take. It might be a neutral take. It might be inquisitive. Not everybody's who talks about us is trying to put us down. We can be critiqued. We're not above being critiqued. We got our Bedouins, our coons, stepping fetchits, bed bucks, Sambos. You know what I'm saying? We have all that in our group, and we acknowledge that, and we don't say, "Oh, leave John alone. He's just, that's just part of the culture." No, we say, "No, no, 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 no. If you trying to do something big, you try to, move up in the world, stay away from that dude." Yeah, I did business with him. He backbite like mug. He undermined me and cost me. We'll be honest with people. Like say, hey man, don't go over there. If you ain't trying to lose no money, don't go over there. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. We'll try to be as diplomatic as possible about while also being, very honest and upfront and say, hey, yeah, don't do that. Don't. For the sake of your wallet and your bank account, don't do that. Other groups, they know their cousin, their auntie, their uncle, whoever, it's bad business. They just kind of look at us and low key be hoping they get a cut on the back end. That's what I think. I'm like, why you ain't saying that? However, family, let's start with some beautiful positivity. And if the YouTube has a problem with this music, I'll have them cut it out in the back channel. So you may hear music, you may not, depend on what YouTube say after I upload this video. But according to the U.S. Department of Labor, these groups benefited from DEI the most. White women, Latin, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans. Oh, we know that. What happened last year, family? What happened last year? We can DEI removed out of these schools. So the black, because how the blacks doing better than us, the model minority? They can't be doing better than us. That's impossible, huh? That's impossible. Then they got it removed, and he's like, wait, we can't get in at all. And black folk like this. Some of us were sipping our tea or our coffee. The rest of us was. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Hey, black people. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. 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 I gotta go. My mama calling me. I gotta go. My mama calling me. Because everyone else is disillusioned about white supremacy and how it works and how it operates. Well, they're treating you guys the worst, so we're good. They don't like y'all. Y'all are a buffer class. It's been said for the last 30 years. Other groups are being touted as buffer classes to be put in between us and white supremacists. Not the white folk, the white supremacists. And to keep us from moving up. Well, look at them. Look at no, no, y'all bit into y'all believe the hype. You drunk the Kool-Aid and you didn't realize it was spiked with rat poison. And now you sit there dying on the vine and y'all look like, oh, black folk. Black folk, what do you mean? Black folk, what you call us Asians? Natasha Harlins? We didn't forget. Latinos, oh my gosh. What happened? Who was that? Another thing with they, who was it? Our brother Philando Castile. Oh, I got the internet right in front of me. Was he Asian? Geronimo Mayanes. Was he Asian or was he Hispanic? Because sometimes I've seen Asian people have like Latin ish names. Okay, so he is Hispanic American. Okay. Latinos, there you go. So it's been decades of little things like this. Because see, black cops don't have mistakes like that. They don't just randomly shoot folk. The one black cop that did, well, in black, Mohammed Noor. How was his name? I know it was in Minnesota. Yeah, Muhammad Noor, former Minneapolis police. When he shot that white woman that was running up on him, they said was screaming for help in the dark. He know what's going on, and I'm pretty sure that was if you looked at the issue of Walter Whiteism, if you ever seen Breaking Bad, going on up there. Because I know we're seeing, a lot of us are realizing we're seeing a lot more of them on these corners than we are seeing of us. You don't just get there by accident. So when this happened, it's 2017. When it happened, it's a hot woman that was in the middle of the night running and screaming. And they put us behind the jail so fast, family, didn't our head spin? The other ones, you got to have public outcry. You got to protest. The world got to be getting, oh my God, they got to make their world leaders call the United States. Hey, they got to lock them up. And then okay, well, we'll do something now. This comes from the top, from all the way from the top to the bottom. Now they're finally finna do something. Black cop do something. Oh, no, you didn't. No, boy, no, you didn't. I guarantee you ain't gonna see the light of day, boy. Hmm? My spit bucket. I'm pretty sure they got that thick, super redneck accent. And spitting buckets, and oh yeah, we got us one. Got us one boss, yes sir. Boy, you must have lost your goddamn mind. Think you shoot you a white woman and get away with it. Lock him up. Throw away the key. All good. There's the rest of one. And so, with all that going on with these other groups, now check out DEI peel back. Y'all want to, yeah, because some white folk, a lot of white folk, oh, it means black. No, it means these other groups. We've never benefited for stuff that's supposed to be meant for us because what happened is we allowed the politicians and the rest of the dominant society to play in our faces and say, "Oh, minority groups, disenfranchised, was it minority groups, disenfranchised." It wasn't urban communities because it was underserved communities. That's the term, underserved communities. They would use these broad, vague terms like, yeah, okay, minority, okay, I'm a minority. and they give everybody else the steak and the potatoes and the asparagus, and then when everybody else is finished eating, there's a few crumbs from the roll, from the dinner roll. They say, "Okay, here you go, black folk. Y'all split that." And now we're like, we're cool. We're not falling for that. We just gonna make it do what it do. Native Americans, individuals with disabilities, veterans, LGBT, of course. And there's a few things I found online where there have been. They've been talking about like Amazon. Amazon is rolling back DEI, which is going to affect Black and LGBT. We tired of seeing that. We're gonna let it be known. Let's let it be made known right now. From all the way from Texas, from Cali, from Louisiana, and wherever else. From Illinois, from Georgia. I'm talking about where all the B more media I know about, and where they live at. Let's gonna let it be made known from all these places, and let it resound across the whole United States. Quit putting black and. No, we're not. You're not finna tether people on us. That's why we're delineating. That's why we're calling this stuff out. You're not finna and us to nothing. No more. Of course, we the last. We are, like I said, we get the crumbs. They let everybody else get the steak, potatoes, asparagus, hot, fresh, smells good, properly seasoned. Steak is done just right, and everybody's getting. Oh my God, everybody's eating. And after everyone's full, and then they split up everything. They leave us a little piece of dinner. Oh, we gotta leave the black people a little something. Well, here's some crumbs. We're going to stop the crumbs up in the rest of the steak juices, and then here, black people. Put your hands out. No, no, you don't get a plate. You won't need a plate for this. We tired of it. We cool. We're real cool on that. Now, next up is one of the
people.
is one of the lies. I just happened to be scrolling. Dark Punisher. And the one thing, this is what I saw. Should white people today feel guilty about? TikTok is weird. You put a prompt up there. I guess because you have a panelist, it shifts it over so you can't really read it, even if you go into it. Feel guilty about slavery from years ago. You see, picture this is our ancestors. But listen to the host as he's talking. You can probably already tell by the way he looked. He's not happy, but listen to him when he's talking.
Yes.
Sometimes I feel that that's what's happening sometimes. Or am I wrong?
I mean,
Or am I wrong? You see it. Come on now. Y'all see you got in there. I see a flag down there. He's a Brit. It's a black Brit. You know, you was like a I'm pretty sure you like a
personally, I've been
somewhat,
on,
yeah.
yeah, personally, I've been on lives where there has been some people from the black community that straight up refused to listen to me because I am white
Right.
and didn't
Yeah.
want to hear anything I said, even if it wasn't about racism. It could have been about a completely different topic.
Mhm.
And I honestly, from my point of view, I can't.
You see the comments, assuming we are all the same. She's like, that's all black panels. Well, they wouldn't let me come up. No, they wouldn't let you come up and just run your mouth. We are getting more comfortable saying, hey, this is our space. White folk need not apply. Because what you over for? I'm trying to make sure the levels are good, family, so you don't have a lot of feedback or whatever. Because I got the hat on. Black on. Nubia apparel. That's embroidery. That's embroidery. That ain't. That's real deal. This is black on. I'm cool with the owner. You know what I'm saying? He designs it. He designs his stuff. He actually draws it out and does this, man. All of his hats have been quality. All of his hats have been quality. Now, the snapbacks are a little small. The fitted hats, I like the fitted hats. They fit really well. The snapbacks though don't necessarily fit the way I would like to. Cause black folk, how we are. We see somebody with one little snap on the back of their head, we like, hey bro, Hey, bro. We quick to roast, boy. We don't. He got the one snap, bro. Bro, your head too big, bro. You know how we do. You gotta be at least two snaps, and we'll let you live. If you got the two snaps, we'll let you live. But you got the one snap, we like, oh, you struggling, bro. You see, it's a little too tight. I'm in the house. I ain't worried about it. I'm grown. We going I like my comfort. Still look fly. You see, I got the American Maroon shirt on there. Matches perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Matches. So you can see it side by side. Cause I know light is different angles. So yeah. Yeah, I love it. Love Nubia Apparel. I have several videos on the channel. Go check that out. Go check them out. I don't have a discount code, nothing like that. It's just a quality hat. And it's gonna be like $30, but you're getting what you pay for. You're getting that quality embroidery. I've had I got multiple hats, and one day I might just have them all next to me, so you can see them all in the glory from when I first started buying his stuff to now.
Sit here and I can't say anything or hate on them for feeling that way because there is still stuff that happens, especially within the UK, that the black community doesn't they aren't respected enough. If that makes sense. Like they aren't equal and it is disgusting. So I do get that. But at the same time, like I've never done anything like I've
They aren't respected enough, but at the same time, once you say but, you negate everything you said prior.
always tried to come from a point of respect and I've always tried to speak about it and I've always tried to educate people on it, but I can't do that because I'm seen as a bad person and I can't comment on it because I am white.
That's it. That's that BS. I'm seen as a bad person. No, we just don't want your input no more. We've seen the history of your ancestors, whether they're British and went up to the Americas, or they're British and stayed in Britain. It doesn't matter. We've seen. We're cool. We're having discussions on a public forum. Yes, but you ain't got. We don't have to bring you up to let you speak. All right, and that's the problem. Too many of y'all want to come in and I went in and I was in front of the blacks, and the blacks listened to me. It was wonderful. I was guiding the blacks to a higher level of understanding. And no, and that's rooted in racism. This idea that you're supposed to come in and lead us like a herd of cattle. We're not doing that. We're not doing it. And I don't care if you get upset about it. We don't need it. We're very capable of thinking about ourselves. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, you have black folk in the span of 10 years become millionaires. 10 years is not a long time. Some of us are 40. We think about, man, I was 10 years old about 30 years ago. And 30 years go by like that. When you get caught up in life and you doing and you moving and shaking, days go by quickly, especially as an adult. When you're a kid, things seem to go by slow because you get to have fun and you get to let everybody else work about the minutia. But when you become an adult, bills, business, make sure your kid's good. You got to think 2 months ahead, 3 months ahead, or 5 years ahead. You have all these plans in place. You got to have all this stuff laid out and do it so much that it becomes a part of your everyday life. But time, I graduated class of '02. That was over 23 years ago. 23 years ago now. Going on 23. It may be 23 years ago. So, yeah, we don't need folk coming in from the dominant society trying to come in and dictate to us what we need to say and how we need to think when we have our history to go by and move accordingly. It's not that we hate white people. I hate that narrative. I despise that narrative. Oh, you hate white people? No. Y'all are so accustomed to Negroes being like, oh, this white person want to say something. We gotta let them say something. No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't be in y'all meetings. Be damned if y'all let us come to y'all meetings. When y'all be discussing all the plans y'all have going forward for neighborhoods and cities and stuff like that, when y'all be having these meetings by yourselves, y'all don't call, hey, black folks, we finna have a meeting that might affect your future. Come down here. No, and I'm not talking about town halls or anything like that where everybody gets to know about it. I'm talking about y'all be having some serious meetings, and next thing you know, 10 years later, the neighborhood somebody grew up in, it's like, wait a minute, what? Everybody got moved out? Yeah, man, they came through, moved everybody out. You either took some money, or it was eminent domain, and now they finna put a stadium here. Now they finna put a bus station here. Now they finna put something here. It's a hotel here. Or they finna level everything, put um um a new what's the term where they it's like a collection of houses, neighborhood, but I can't think. But they're gonna put it like a neighborhood up here. It's gonna be D.R. Horton's, you know, their neighborhood, whatever. Gonna build a collection of houses. They bought this, these plots of land and all that stuff. So no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that because there've been so many. I remember there was a bank, and I think I did a video on this. And there was a bank here in Fort Worth. What's that street? Let's do it, family. I know I love to like to show y'all stuff. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know I ain't just talking. 30 can't not Henderson. Not University. It's Summit Avenue. There's a bank over here, not Sierra Bank. That's actually a good bank. That's good. There's an old bank that's over in this area. I remember about 7 years ago, 6, 7 years ago, and it has a drive through, and people use it for parking now. And it had a sign up for sale. And I remember asking, putting it on Facebook, say, "Hey, family, if I decide to go, and acquire a bank, would you support?" And there's actually a lot of people behind it. Like, yeah, I called that number that was on there, never got anyone to pick up ever. You could leave voicemail. It was basically a ghost number. It was just a number that went to nothing. Couldn't leave voicemail. You couldn't get in touch with nobody. There was no email, and there wasn't really a company on there. I was like, that's weird. Mind you, I wasn't this involved in Black empowerment where you get to see things like shout out to Jason Black in the business. Uncle JB, you put me onto a lot of information. So now I know years later, oh, that was planned. If you've never seen Gentrifier, you need to watch that. You need to watch it online. You need to stream it from his site. Don't be trying to bootleg it because I paid for it and I watched it. You need to watch 7 a.m. I got 8 a.m. on the way. As soon as he finished pressing them up and all that stuff, packaging them, boop, 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 I got a copy. I paid for my copy because I wanted to be further gamed up. But I didn't know because I was like, that don't make sense that they don't. I can't reach nobody to even get information on what I need to do. You know, Chat GPT wasn't around then and stuff like that. So you just you can Google stuff, but if you don't know how to Google it exactly, you're gonna get a whole bunch of information, a lot of it being misinformation. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, and I don't know if you can see it. Street view, because I think it's next to this. Oh, wrong street, wrong one. There it is. I want to say it's right over here somewhere. Oh, it might be back here. Right here. This is a former bank. You can see the sign right here. Former bank sign. You see the drive-throughs. People use this as parking now. This is not associated with this right here. I thought about getting this. City building, not being used. Not a big building whatsoever. I really tried to get that. They had a sign out here at one time, and however, whatever, couldn't get in touch with nobody. Nothing could, nothing came of it. So family, I love what we're going through now. I know it sucks on one hand, and we're the ones that have to fix it, but it won't get fixed unless somebody makes a sacrifice. The old Negroes didn't do it, so it's on us. But we're gonna make it do what it do. Our children will have better. Our grandchildren will have better opportunities. Our great grandchildren will be better because of the sacrifices we're making today. So don't feel disillusioned. Don't feel bad. Don't feel discouraged. None of that. You're making the right decision for the future. The decision that our ancestors, well, not our ancestors, but the decision that some of our elders refuse to make.
That's just what I get told. So I just don't really know how we're meant to. I'm not saying forget it and get over it, but like I don't know how we're meant to learn from it and continue and grow if I can't talk about it and I can't say stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
My question is, what you want to talk about? And forgive me for getting off on tangent, family. You know, there's so much something happened. I be trying to give it to you while I'm thinking about it, so you know. And that way, if you're trying to do something and get something handled, you can take extra steps. So if you're trying to get anything substantially done that can benefit your family and the community, you know what to do, how to watch out for the traps and the pit holes, and know when it's just leading you nowhere.
Well, you definitely can't talk about it. You should never let someone say, "Oh, because you're absolutely crazy."
So when she said that, I was like, "Who is this chick?" Now she is black. You can tell by her voice she's black. But I was like, let me go to her page, and if you've seen it already, you already know what I'm looking for.
I don't really care. Again, as a black person,
First thing
I
I
do
saw.
not care if a black person's gonna have an issue with a white person because it's something they did. It's
I was like, this chick going way too hard. Then I went to her page, family. You see it. I know you see it.
just straight up ridiculous. If I was white, I would have a big ass problem with it. You're not gonna tell me that I'm
It's the only black person she got on her page.
guilty for enslaving someone or
K-pop.
anything of that sense when I did not do it. Of course, people should be held accountable for what they actually.
And that was enough for me. I was like, oh, this is Midwich. With a big fetish for Asian dudes. Nothing wrong with, you like what you like, right? Right? We respect it. But your loyalty is elsewhere. You have a full page of Asian dudes. You don't even have a picture of yourself as your profile picture. And I changed my profile picture. I took the My Black Universe picture and I told ChatGPT make me into a Power Ranger, a black Power Ranger with gold armor. And it did. Because right now the family, the B1 family on TikTok, we're Power Rangers. We kicking Tether butt all across the nation. Where's it at? There it is. That's what I told her. I said, make me a black. Make me a Power Ranger based off this picture. You see, I still got the universe behind me. You know what I'm saying? I'm still protecting the universe. I need to tell her to make me a Zord? Do I need to tell her to make me a so so I can ride on these tethers? What you talking about, baby? Mm. Let me get back to this. But yeah, Shawty, she let me know immediately. You have loyalty elsewhere, and if you could, you would be Asian. If you can change anything about yourself, you would be an Asian woman, and that's based on the fact that you have everything in your page except for one man, Asian.
Did. That's what accountability is for. Accountability is not holding people. Or you have an echo.
I did have an echo. Right, so long, man.
Y'all see, I had to ask, where's your family from?
See, like that's the difference. Empathy and sympathy.
Sorry, Tina.
Versus,
Carry on.
yeah, very good. Empathy and sympathy versus accountability. Accountability is when someone is taking account for what
Now, this was the chick that was talking earlier. Oh my, chick.
they did. I'm not taking accountability for something I didn't do. Neither should any white person for something that they didn't do. If you didn't enslave a black person, or if you're not in the triple K or anything of that sort, there's nothing. What are you taking accountability for being white? I know.
That's why we delineate. That's why we call out the bed bucks and the bed wenches. We have to call them out. If we don't call them out, you think about it. You have a black empowerment meeting, and you got a core group, 15, 20 people. Y'all getting together. She coming here with this, well, why? And there's somebody that's kind of teeter-totted, they're kind of, man, this feels good, but it's my first time really stepping out on black empowerment. They hear their rhetoric, and now the energy shifts and what you was finna get done, probably in record timing. Now you gotta combat, you gotta combat her messaging and reteach and revitalize the mindset of the group that you already had in the core group that's finna get something done. Think about Nat Turner when he's finna have a rebellion. It just take a couple of Negroes. Now the whole energy dissipates. Now people running telling. You cannot have that in the midst of black empowerment and expect for whatever you're finna do to be successful.
I'll be proud to be a black person. Any white person should be proud to be white. Any native person or Asian person should be proud of who they are. So that's just something stupid. And we're just trying to like decrease, oh, you're white, so you should feel bad for being white. You were born that way. To tell somebody to feel bad for being born that way is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
Hold on. What was that comment? Generational anger.
Asian person should be proud of who they are. So that's just something stupid. And we're just trying to like decrease, oh, you're white, so you should feel bad for being white. You were born that way. To tell somebody.
They put change right here, even that he still worships white man. No, sir. Or ma'am, she worships Asian man. There is generational anger is different to generational guilt. What you mean by that? I didn't see that when I was listening.
That way is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
I get that.
Wasn't the guy who started slavery black? That's why we had to have these conversations. Nope.
I mean, yes. Sorry, go on, sad face.
Sorry, just one other point I made.
Yes, guilty, absolutely. You benefited. Yeah, they benefit. And I know some of you probably wonder, brother, what does that have to do? Why are they even having conversations about us? That was the thing I was asking myself. And I'm asking.
Mention real quick. You see, for instance, like Black Lives Matter. I think that's a good thing. You should embrace your history and your culture and things like that, and things that have happened. Fair play. But pulling down statues of like Winston Churchill and things like that. Winston Churchill would help abolish slavery for us. If you look into things, he was for.
My shin pads are cut high, so they hit under my shin pad.
Please can you
finish this game.
For things like putting down certain like, I just think that people are very lost in history, and people don't do enough research. They listen to someone and they believe what they say. I think people should do their own research for themselves.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, like when talking to a lot of people, because like I have a lot of friends from multiple different races, with multiple different religions, right?
I don't feel guilty, but I feel it is American history and should be taught. Slavery isn't all black history. We should learn more.
And they've always said to me, they were like, "Yeah, no, we appreciate your
That's why
opinion.
you
We like to hear what you have
what
to
do you mean
say.
by that?
We like that you sit here and you do call people out on their bullshit." But then as soon as I try to actually say something, all of a sudden it's, "Oh, you're white. You were part of the problem. You can't say anything." And I'm like, what am I doing wrong though? Because I'm saying, yes, it did exist. Yes, it was disgusting. Yes, the UK done this. But when I'm saying I'm happy that I live in the UK because I think the UK is beautiful.
Worst food ever. I know y'all seen that nonsense. They be trying to tell us there's delicious beans and toast.
Right? When I say stuff like that, I'm all of a sudden a terrible European colonizer that shouldn't be able to say anything. So it's like, I don't know what can we do to be able to...
That's crazy. You got a Jamaican in here with some sense.
And I'm but like, what am I doing wrong though? Because I'm saying, yes, it did exist. Yes, it was disgusting. Yes, the UK done this. But when I'm saying I'm happy that I live in the UK because I think the UK is beautiful. Right? When I say stuff like that, I'm all of a sudden a terrible European colonizer that shouldn't be able to say anything. So it's like, I don't know what.
We don't want that. I'm sorry for anything my culture ever did. No. Reparations. Forget. Tell me you're sorry. See, I believe sorry is action based. If you're sorry, you gotta prove. You gotta do more than just say it. You have to do less when you prove it. Shout to Brownstone. When your government cuts the check, then we'll believe. Then we can get closer to believing that y'all are truly sorry. because now you're repairing the wrong. There's no reason why we should have elders over 100 years old trying to hold on. And I noticed one of the elders who was part of the race riots, the brother, he's gone. He's not at the meetings no more. I believe he passed away. Okay, yeah. John W. Elder Jr. and Felix Taylor, they both passed away. Hold on, no. I'm talking about race. Hold on, race riot. I want to make sure race riots. Here it is. Okay, I want to make sure I get you guys the right information. Hughes' Uncle Red Van Ellis died Monday. The family publisher says one of the last survivors of the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre died Monday. Hughes, what day was this? 2023. Because what was going on where the judge threw out the case with prejudice up there was in 2024. So 2023, this brother, you know what I'm saying, they can't hold on forever. And that's what they're banking on. They're literally banking on them so they can, okay, well, now the people who actually lived it, they were children, alive. They witnessed this. First-hand accounts. Let them die off, and then we can shout down the children or get them to take, twos and fews. Yeah, you probably guys would have been multimillionaires. Think if they was already millionaires in 10 years. Imagine what 100 years would have done. They probably would have 100x, 1,000x that wealth. Think about that, would have 1,000x that wealth, and we had down here forward the William McDonald. You think about a network in Rosewood would have been popping, Seneca Village would have been popping. This economy wouldn't be looking like this. We would have figured it out. We always figured it out. We're always the ones that figure it out. How to make it better, how to right the wrongs. And we're going to be compensated for it. People like, well, why y'all don't want to know? Because y'all don't want to compensate us. Y'all just want us to do it for the frisky. And then turn around and denigrate us, spit in our faces and say, thank you, nigga. And I'm trying not to use that word so much on here because I know YouTube gets weird about it. But thank you. Thank you. You're a good Negro. You're one of the good ones. Nah. We're going to be compensated. I'll say this. Let me pose this for you, family. Because everybody's like, oh, black folk, why aren't y'all don't say anything like that? The only way I step up and cape for any other group is if that group en masse had a check for black folk to pay for our services. Black folk, put the cape on for us. What is a cape on fee? I see it as a cape on tax. That's the only way I see it. We got to get something out of it. We haven't got nothing out of it. And I'm not saying we should do this. I'm just saying the only way I can see myself putting the cape on for the other groups, y'all got to come with a bag for my people, for my lineage. Damn that. I don't pay me individually. I'm not Al Sharpton. I'm not Roly Poly. You got to come. We all get in the bag. We all getting it. So what y'all got? We need a super PAC. We're going to get political. Y'all want us to step up in front of you. We got to get some out of it. Call it a protection tax, if you will. Then the mafia harm our group. Irish mafia, Italian mafia, Jewish mafia. Then all of them do harm to us. Well, we had to pay protection fees, and we actually had to have some of our own become gangsters just to combat that, to stave that off. I'm just saying, y'all want our help. I need to come with a few bags. Enough for y'all need us across the board from the east to the west, from sea to shining sea. We need a bag that can cover us, all of us. Yeah, unfortunately, the goons, the FBA, I know. I know. But all of us need to get a bag out of it. And then we'll do it. Heck, they can do a subscription fee. Ain't that what everybody doing now? Subscriptions? I like that. I like the idea of that. They can put that into the tax penal code. Foundation Black American Tax. You want to stay here in America? It's cool. You finna pay for it. Y'all want us to speak up for you? Cool. You finna pay for it. Our involvement needs to come with a check attached to it for all of us. But I'm just speaking out loud. I'm just thinking out loud, family. You know, don't flame me too hard in the comments. Let me know what you think though, but don't flame me too hard in the comments. I'm not finna start tap dancing or do the step and fetch thing.
What can we do to be able to not overcome it, but just be able to live and comfortably live with each other, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Actually, I don't know if you guys noticed, because obviously my panel, I let everyone coming in, Muslim, Christian, white, black, I don't care.
She asked, what can we do? Y'all see, I put in the comments. ain't no saying my game. Reparations and an anti-black hate crime bill.
But there are some panels that you only notice black people in it. And if you're white, you won't be able to join. Is anybody?
Yeah. I mean, I saw a panel the other day that literally only men were allowed on it.
Oh, only men?
Only men, yeah, literally only men. If a woman came up, they went, "Oh, we don't want you up here." Only men. Only men. And then there was another panel where they only let Muslims up. There was another one where they only let Christians up. There was one that was only for women, only for the...
I don't know if y'all listen to Tariq. I think he did one of his late night tap-ins. He segmented and he showed prior to, because he's talking about Myron Gaines, prior to where Myron Gaines went in the room full of white men and they called him his own ex and they N-word this and what, get up out of here, you N-word, get up out, all kind of jigaboos, Jungle Bunny, all this, that, and another, because Myron thinks he's one of them, and they just denigrated him and disparaged him from the time he got in there to the time he went and just got up out of there. He bounced. Why would you go somewhere? It's their panel. If you go somewhere, you get what you get. You get what you get. And you can't go to other people's panels and think you get carte blanche. That's not how that works.
Black community, only for the white community. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, you guys are part of the fucking problem. You are literally creating a problem in itself.
To be fair, I can 100% agree with that, because there was a discussion about Tommy Robinson. I tried to join that one. Bear in mind, there's only all, like you said, English. Well, there's only English people, but they were all of the same views, and it's me against. Bear in mind, there's like 4 men, and like you said, I felt so intimidated. And on top of that, I was just trying to make them understand. Like, look, I haven't got extremist views. I am a Muslim, but I've also was trying to tell them, like, I guess in a way, educate them that we're not all the same. But like you said, sometimes because then I just got loads of just like a lot of hate. So then, it's just one of them. You end up just leaving, right?
Yeah, someone said, why don't you create your own life only with black people? I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to do that because I'll become part of the problem. Nope.
It is. That's what it does do. It causes a divide, right?
Anybody can join, anyone with any religion, any ethnicity. I don't care if you're black or white, Asian, I don't care, you join. Simple as that. I'm not going to be like the other panel that only black people can join or only white people can join. It's just stupid. I don't see
it just causes a divide, and the thing is, it most likely causes more hate and more problems within all of the communities. If you're only going to have a person that only lets up a certain religion or race or gender, then it's just going to cause other people to feel as though they aren't welcome and they shouldn't be able to say anything, and then it makes the situation worse.
And another problem is like when they don't give you a moment to talk, I'm so sorry about this, Emma. I know you were talking then, but what I was trying to say was, when everyone's talking on top of each other.
So I look this chick up.
I think like everyone's point needs to be heard.
I think she's Indian.
And by the way, the guy says you only let white people in the panel. There are 2 black girls in the panel right now. You're saying
she's not black.
Don't you think that there's very much racism in every single race? Like, there seems to be racism everywhere that we look.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think
like
she's Indian,
it's in every race. People will focus. I understand, obviously, the majority of people see it's white people, but in the society we're in today, there is racism in every single race.
You saw this family. This caught my attention. That's why I saw Should blacks feel reasonable for African genocides? What?
Where are we learning this? Because we're not born with it. I've never seen a baby be racist. Has anybody else?
Taught. I think which is being taught.
Yeah.
And nobody asks what colour they want to be born. Nobody has
I
that
had to
choice.
capitalize
We're
it 'cause
born
I'm
into
like,
the
you know,
bodies that we're
I
born
get tired of
into.
other groups when you
And we
put
should
them
all
in
love
there.
one
They
another
get
for the bodies that
capitalization.
we are born
We gonna get it
into.
too.
Yeah, I think people mainly learn it in quotation marks. I
I
understand
would be
people
responsible,
100%.
fam.
but people learn it
Yeah,
from
I'm pretty sure that's what it meant.
families and
Not
from
reasonable.
social media because I feel like social media does cause a lot
Never
of a
got an answer.
divide between a lot of religions.
And this is a panel. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it's a. Hold on. Yeah.
And
There's another one.
it's like, it's disgusting. Like,
Saw
I feel
another
like
one.
social media is one of
I agree. Racism in every race, it's learnt behavior.
probably the biggest leading things that causes a divide because there are so many people.
And see, these people, what happens is they're not used to black folk asking questions back, whether it's calm, collected, whether it's passionate, whether it's with anger, no matter what it is, however you approach it, you're not supposed to ask questions back and further the conversation. Like, how are we racist? You know, the waterworks come. Why are you attacking me? No, you don't have an answer. And you're just saying stuff. Why are you just saying stuff? I feel so unsafe, officer. The Negroes are surrounding me. It's just you and her. And a whole bunch of white folk around. But you surrounding her. So, yeah.
That just refuse to agree. And then people, quote unquote, learn to be racist because they're like, oh, well, my white community thinks this, so I'm
No,
going
we
to
can be
agree with them,
prejudiced. We
or
can
my
prejudge people.
South Asian
Prejudice.
community, like, you know,
Judge.
it causes
But
problems.
racist?
And I feel like people also learn it from their parents. If your
Racist?
parents are racist or your parents act a certain way,
Eh.
children follow their like parents, right? The people that they look up
100%.
to, they're going to start to act like them
So I
and
put I
have
feel
some
good
of their
about it.
views.
At least they were
It's
honest.
disgusting.
Don't.
So yeah, family. We gotta get reparations for sure. We're going to get it, and we gotta watch that. The reason why we say, hey, other groups tend to your business, we're 10 hours, because we got that. You got these white women in here crying. Come on, playing victim. Oh my gosh, they wouldn't let me come talk to them. Man. We don't want you to talk to us. We cool. Sometimes you can see trouble from a mile away. And you can do one or two things. You can invite trouble into your inner circle, let it wreak havoc, cause chaos, or you can keep it a mile away. And sometimes people know, what? Why don't you let me go? You're trouble. I don't need you in my inner circle. I see you from a mile away. I see the devastation that follows you. I'm not going to let you come bring that here. I am being productive. I am being focused. I'm at my best right now. I'm on a mission. And you are a deterrent, a distraction, and the destroyer of that. Don't need you in my life. I'm cool. Now listen, now shout out to our brother Adonis. He currently lives over in the UK. You know, he's been putting them on blast. He goes in there asking questions. But this is why we gotta be careful. Lil Baby did a song with this cat, and you know, he get one feature from a black American. And this is what he gotta say. Central C says he put America onto Nike Tech. He put us onto. What?
Tag me now. I told y'all these crack babies been saying this shit. I told y'all that these beans and toast got them fried. I told y'all. You better hold up if you don't know.
I'm humble in it, but at the same time, I like to think that man put like a lot of man onto the night tech thing. You see the influence even in like America and that.
I told y'all they.
Family. Nobody put us on to our styles. We were the trendsetters. We were always the trendsetters. Always the trendsetters. These folk couldn't dress to save their life. These folk couldn't dress for just to win $1 million. That's why we gatekeep, family. To keep these folk out. Let them know you are a guest, not a pillar. You're not a cornerstone. You are a guest, and that is it. If you're not careful, you're gonna be an unwelcome guest really quick. Bars.
Think they us, right? I told y'all that they've been trending to be American for so long that they forgot it was an act. I told y'all. Now you got little Tommy Pickles here saying he.
Tommy Pickles is hilarious. Man, them. I think I put a lot of men in them onto the fleece. You thinking wrong. You are absolutely wrong. We've been, man, from the Adidas tracksuits to the Nike Tech, that is us. We the one who put that together. We're the reason why the world wears Jordans the way they do. We're the reason why everyone wants to get a fade, taper fade. You know what I'm saying? Especially when people hold Latinos, they cut our hair, but no, they learn from us. You know, cutting better, they learn from us and they say, oh, shoot, if I want to stand out, I have to, I have to be extra. I have to be extra. Because they're the standard. We're the standard. When they talk about fried chicken, oh, Korean fried chicken is so much better than the black fried, they wouldn't, them folk, that wasn't a part of their diet. They learned from us. Because we didn't want to eat their food. The black GI is like, hey, I'm not eating no squid or no sea urchin or whatever else is part of the cuisine over there. I'm not eating that. I want some fried chicken, some cornbread, some greens. Well, we got kimchi. Let me tell you. Okay, that'll work. We'll let that ride. Put that on my chicken. We don't know how to fry chicken. Let me show you. All right, let me. Oh. All right, this. You see, you cut it open and look like this. It's good. See, get a taste. Oh. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You know, we put people on to a whole bunch, and that's why we got microphone check. And this ain't the first time something like this happened. Because we allow folk to come in and be around us so long, they think by proximity, I'm a creator too. I help admit, no, you didn't. You were just there. You were just there. And that's why we have to stop it. Because that would fly. Shout out to Adon stuff.
Inspired.
Her boy.
Now this is another. I just, like I said, I try to get so much of the lives because I just come through and I see it and I say, oh, let me see what they're talking about. But this one, who convinced us that immigrants are the problem?
Friend, which is black. And I said, you're dating women like that? I mean, you're dating a woman like that will call a Haitian. I didn't even know you people. But now I understand because of you why she called us. That.
But we don't want to fight to get your country the way it is.
Yes.
Cool. Have you fought for your own country, girl? We fight for everything. Have you seen Haiti? That's why we're the first. Have you gone to Haiti and look at it?
She said she fought for our country to get this way. Did you say you fought for our country?
Before you look at somebody, look at your own home first.
I can't hear her.
Girl, please.
Did you say you fought for our country? My ancestors fought for our country.
That's why white people put us the way it is like that. People like us, people like you, people like me.
No, it's people like you. Wrong with you? You're here because of us.
Shout out to our sister Sonia. You are here, and she ain't lie. You are here because of us, our sacrifice. And in hindsight, I kind of wish we wouldn't have did it. In hindsight, kind of wish we were separated still. In hindsight, I think we would have been all the better for it. However, we don't know if something would have happened down the line after we, amassed wealth. Maybe we would have got disillusioned thinking, oh, well, we're equal to them. They see us as equals. And have so much wealth and then get finesse out of that. Bring all the people over, we have a bigger bag, and we didn't see that. Maybe we had to go through it this way so we can have an understanding how other groups move, and we can teach our children and our children's children, our children's children, hey, Don't get disillusioned by skin tone. This is how you talk to folk. This is how you find out who's who, and find out they have dual allegiance. Find out they have loyalty to the codes. Find out if they have ulterior motives. Because if we would have made more wealth and then would have tried to quote integrate, what would the devastation have been if we did it later instead of sooner? Don't know. Time has passed. We're here now. That's not old news. We're here now. That's a part of our past, and we're taking it, learning from it, and we're carving out a better future.
We're here because of my grandmother.
Not because of people like you.
Haiti is the biggest empire in the world.
You come on here after all what Haiti has gone through.
Keep it moving.
Nation is the icon. You know that. Bye. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, let us
They're not
go
like us.
this
They're
way,
not-
right? I'm gonna go to
They're
a
not like
next
us.
guest so we get rid of some of the tension. Right? You guys take a breather. Jack, welcome to the chat.
But
Hey, what's up, y'all?
That's a lie. That's a lie. We respect our ancestors. That's a lie.
I don't have too strong opinions of it. I think America is a nation of immigrants. I think that
Crap. Bull crap.
immigration is great. I think that a lot of the issues, I think earlier, I've been on this live for about an hour now. I think that the point that you, Mr. Moose, you made about like, employers hiring illegal immigrants, it's not the illegal immigrants' fault or problem. It is an employer issue. And I think that people, we have a Jesus Christ. Sorry. We got a nation that loves dealing with the symptoms of problems.
Jack McBee.
I think
his last name is Irish.
People look at the prices of groceries and gas and they think, this is insert current administration's issue. This is, Biden's problem. This is Trump's problem. Nah, man. It's just the economic reality of late stage capitalism. I don't know. I'm an anarchist. I wish we could all just get along and grow crops.
So you're saying the problem could be the employers?
Yeah.
Jason Black said that. If you want to stop this you want to get them all out, start arresting the white men that are employing these illegals. And real quick, fast, immigration stop. All of them would go back. They would open up jobs for a lot of Americans, which would get them off of state funding, get them off of EBT, help get them off of EBT. Will be at least less, and you supplement what you can't do for your children and your family with the a couple $100 here, maybe $300 instead of thousands of dollars, and then all plus all the illegals that you're giving tens of thousands of dollars to. That'll go back into the state. They go back to the treasuries, and you can allocate those funds for something that can improve the communities and the neighborhoods.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Give me the main benefit you think immigrants bring to America and the main detriment, just so we are not one-sided about this.
The main...
Yeah, I had to, see who he is, see his profile, and he's probably African.
The main.
Now I never went up to go ask him, if he's if he's stateside or not. Not like that. I just wanted to sit in and listen and see what some of the people already on the panel had to say.
Benefit. I live in a mostly Mexican neighborhood. I've never seen so many American flags on trucks. Also, albeit with like Mexican flags too.
There you go. See, when he first said that, I said, "Oh, so many American flags." I'm like, "But they fly their flags so goddamn heavy." Then, albeit, of course, with dual allegiances, dual alliances. They get money here, they send it back to Mexico. They take a job where we don't have to tell nobody. Take some money under the table, send it back home. That doesn't circulate in the U.S. They don't go to taxes.
But a lot of these people that come here, they're the most American motherfuckers I know. Pardon my French. Like a lot of them, they love the name. And I think that's pretty cool. I think the biggest detriment is really just, I think that a lot of times, I mean, in pretty much every case, you can pay an illegal immigrant so much less than you would have to pay a citizen. And I think that I know that for a fact. I know that any employer, any company, especially here in America, is going to be looking for a way to maximize profits while minimizing costs. And if they could do that by fucking sacrificing babies, they'd do it. They don't give a shit. I mean, it's just not even a question of morality, ethics, or what they believe in. It's a matter of more money, less money. How can I get more money? You know?
Okay, I got you. Do you guys agree with him?
Definitely. That's what I've been saying all along.
And somebody, I don't know what's for they phones and the echo and all that stuff. So forgive me. That's not me. It's one of their phones. The microphones is hot. They got an old phone or whatever.
What's mic is echoing so? Thank you.
He's absolutely correct. I will say, and if we are true to ourselves in a lot of instances, I can honestly tell y'all, yes, I have gone to Home Depot and hired a crew outside of Home Depot when I needed something done and done really fast and done at an affordable rate. I've done that. I didn't ask them if they were legal or.
Here's the thing, it wasn't always like that. You used to have a couple of brothers in the neighborhood with trades. And they work a good deal for you, but you got quality work. It's a little bit of bread, but it wasn't nothing crazy. And they work a deal. Okay, this is what we can do. This is what I can do. Boom, boom. You get to work and get it done. It's good. And you're like, oh, okay, that's dope. My dad was one of them. My dad was a plumber by trade. And, he ended up getting hurt. I think I gave you guys that story. What's going on with him? What happened with him? However, brothers get forced out. Oh, you got to go to that. You got to go to that. Because the brothers that do not do it are my dad's age, which means they're more likely a master plumber, master electrician, master carpenter. They've mastered their field and they have the master certifications. They put their time in, they work in, they know what they're looking at. They the knowledge to fix it with just a small part instead of you having to replace a whole pipe and all that stuff like that. They've learned that. They've seen it 1,000,000 times over and they know what to do. And you're paying for that knowledge. You don't have journeymen like that no more. Hopefully you have it now over the next 2 or 3 years because they have forced all these illegals, which is we got a problem. We don't have a problem necessarily with immigrants per se. They come up with the legal process, saying we okay, cool, well, you've been vetted and all that stuff. But the illegals coming in here getting paid, pennies on the dollar. That's forcing the hardworking Black Americans, which I'm rooting for, out of these positions. They paying you $40, but they can pay 3 of them $20 an hour. A grand total of $20 to $25 an hour. It's like what? Like what? Like dang, you. So I'm giving you great quality work, but it's like, hey, I can get 3 of them for almost half of what I'm paying you. It is what it is.
Illegal. I didn't ask them for a green card. I simply asked, show me your work.
Let
me see how well you work.
Y'all see it. Hold on. Y'all saw it. I was like, she kind of. Why Sister Cape so hard? Why she caping so hard? Why is she caping so hard? She's a Democrat. Decent looking sister, right? Decent little sister.
For a green card.
Decent looking.
I simply asked, show me your work. Let me see how well you work. And I need you to come do this job and do it expeditiously. Now, That is an issue that is worldwide. You have people that will work for lesser, and then you have people that have worked for lesser for so long that we are not agreeing to that anymore. Now, I am not, like the young man said, the United States is just what it stands for. Most of people don't know the history of the United States. The reason that the United States exists is so that the immigrant could come here and serve any God that they chose. That's why that you hear people say church and state doesn't mix. I do believe that immigrants should go through the proper educational process to become legal. It is a process. And a part of that process is understanding the history of this country. Despite what people are saying on television, we learned this in the 70s, that is what the United States is. However, there is a way to become legal. So if we are real with ourselves, you will let somebody cut your grass for $30, overpaying somebody $150. I'm guilty of that. So I'm not sitting here and saying all of one particular people is one particular thing. There are problems that exist inside of every ethnicity, nationality, and culture. I've seen it. I've worked in law enforcement. I respond to as many domestic calls with Haitians as I have with Asians, as I have with YT or anyone else. So culturally, each entity has their own issues. Now, when it comes down to who is the most educated in this country, that is the Black woman. We are the ones that breastfed everybody's children. When
I agree to that. All right, hold on. But watch what she said. That's why I pointed at the whole come out thing. Just let her talk.
They were born. We're the ones that built this country on our backs. That very.
So the men will chop liver. So the term buck came from where? So the women were erecting the 2x4s that were being put in place to frame the house. The women were working on the railroads, sister.
House that's called the YT House, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. We built that. And it sits on top of a Black city, an indigenous city. So we need to understand that who's pitting who against who. There is a social economic class of YT. That YT isn't indigenous to no land. That is a social construct. And we are fighting over a social construct that are immigrants to this country themselves. Please understand this. The very thing that he's talking about birthright citizenship and the 14th Amendment, that did apply to the descendants of slaves. It was only for us. However, there was a loophole. People found it, and they started to come in this country, and they started to work. If you are here legally, nobody has a problem. If you here illegally, we don't have a problem. It's not a problem until it starts negatively, inadvertently affecting.
We have a problem. If you're here illegally, we have a problem. I don't know what she's talking about. When it starts affecting, no, the fact that you came here illegally is a problem because you get resources diverted to your group, and it leaves Black Americans out. It leaves us with crumbs again. We're not working with crumbs no more. We deserve a full plate. We deserve a buffet, honestly. We deserve a buffet. But we understand we ain't trying to get fat. That make us lazy. So we want our plate. This just for us, like you give everybody else their plate. We want our steak done the way we want it to be done. We want our asparagus properly buttered, but still, tender but crisp. We want our mashed potatoes well seasoned, nice creamy. We want our steak plate to be just as bomb as other groups, but we want it our way, catered to us.
The people who have worked here for 20, 30, 40 years. I will be 50 years old in less than 30 days.
You heard? She'll be 50 years old in less than 30 days. At the time that I recorded this. I was like, listen to it. So that's some of these auntie, possibly grandma. Possibly grandma. What Jason say? You gotta watch these old. I'm saying Negroes for YouTube's sake. You gotta watch them. The women too, because you know she's really told a line. She's told a line. That young man's right. This, that, and other. I mean, I just want us all to get along. Nah, we'll take the reparations and the anti-black hate crime bill. Whatever y'all decide to do over there, do over there. I'm saying there's not some cool white people individual. I'm not saying that. It's just when a lot of folk from the opposite side like to come around, there seems like to be an expectation of the performative Negro. Like you gotta change how you move and make other people feel comfortable. No, we're not doing that. No, you just live your life. I live my life, and we're cool.
What I am seeing is an atrocity all across this world. However, I am going to tell you, as a coalition of Black women, we taking the next 4 years out. We really are. Black American women are taking the next 4 years off because we warned y'all. And it's going to get so much worse. While we over here arguing about color, have y'all noticed that planes are falling out of the sky every other day? Every other day there's a plane crash. Because he decides to put a news anchor who's a sexual predator over the FAA. It ain't take long for it to go to hell in a handbasket. Because federal employees are being laid off. So let's deal with the real issue. Focus on yourself, baby. Go learn how to garden. Go buy you some chickens. Put them in the back of your yard. And make sure you can survive. Because the announcing of the power grid falling is really real. Are you really ready? See, Black Americans, baby, we planned for this back in 2010. We start buying land. We start buying cattle. We start buying freezers and stocking and storing food, storing goods. Yeah, we ready for whatever they got going on. So while y'all up here fighting, how prepared are you to feed your family if this world go without power for 10 days? I hear y'all talking about apps. That ain't gonna work. It's gonna be boots on the ground, baby. For real, for real.
That's the only thing she said at the back. On the back end of what she was talking about, I can agree with to the point. And I talked about it. We need to be ready anyway. You should just be ready anyway. And if you around somebody, man, you crazy. I remember I was it was on sale. There was a vest that came with armored plates, and I just thought about getting it because it was on sale. And I was talking to him, man, that's crazy. Now I was like, I should have just did it. Sometimes you don't need someone else's validation to get something that you probably can use. I may never need to use it, but I'd have it. Because the worst thing would be if I needed it and I didn't have it. Because if I need to protect my family, somebody coming in there, if I have time to get prepared like that and put that on, put them plates in there, I'll be more apt to go ahead and take the fight to the person and then wait for them to come to get me. You come to my door, well, let me help you out. I'm coming. We're at my door together. Let's do what we got to do. Because I got the additional protection. Will it make me Superman? No. If they got a big enough round or armor-piercing round, they can go right through it and flatline me quick. However, if I'm out there with no armor, it's just who's the better shot and who got the drop on who. You got to think of these things, family. So if you the type of person, you find some good deals and ways to protect your family and feed them this and another, just do it. You ain't got to explain to nobody. You got to get nobody else's approval. And I'm glad I've gotten out of that mindset. I'm finna get it. I already told my wife, we finna do vertical gardens. We finna you know what I'm saying? We're gonna find a butcher. Let's get a quarter cow, put it in the deep freezer. Yes, deep freezer, Black family, you need a deep freezer. You need a portable generator. You need a fairly decent size one for your family. So you can have power, you can have your flashlight. You need to have all this stuff. Do it over time. You ain't gonna do it all at once. Over time. Every quarter, get something you need. Just in case you never know what can happen. So I agree with you on that, but the rest of it is just democratic shillery going on.
So find solutions and do not come up just accusatory, telling Black people what they are not. Because we are much more than what people give us credit for. We are better than this. So much better. And it's this time where it's every man for themselves. then let it be there. It's every man for themselves.
Oh, by the way, I know you guys, when you see the video, you'll see things popping down. Those people who I ride with. No, I just be honest. Yes, they're white people. There's some black folk I ride with. But those just have to be white people I ride with. So y'all go look on these websites or you go on their Facebook page, whatever, you can see. I don't hide nothing. But I don't let them talk crazy around me.
Land my plane.
Thank you very much, sister. Thank you very much. I think that was so well said. I even have nothing to add to it. Like, you said that so well. Sean, at the top.
I'm laughing because you're right. She like said it all, and I have absolutely nothing to say except for I agree 100%. Like this, I've never been in politics.
I go to a profile, family, so be patient with me. I go to a profile. I like to let people talk first, and then we go to the profile and see what's on the page, and that kind of gives you insights to how they think.
Politics. Your black phone is messed up. I've never been in politics. The racism thing, somebody did say about our kind being bullied. When I was younger, yeah, I was bullied by black people. But if you
y'all see the profile pic. Now, why you say it like that? Do we talk like that? We would say, this was bullying black folk. This bullying the black community, black folk. I was bullied by black people. Like, you're not black yourself?
really think about it, everybody in every race is bullied by somebody. So we can't really say that.
You got to go to the profile, family. A lot of times, folk don't realize they tell you who they are in their profiles, whether it's a pic, whether it's the name they choose, whether it's content they like to repost, and whether it's content they actually post. Folk, I kind of like this age. Like a lot of folk don't be out putting people business. You kind of get to see folk because, in raw form or rare form. Like they really just like to put themselves out there and let you know this is who I am, and don't realize they're telling you who they are. You go on my page, you go on my IG page, I'm cutting up. I'm cutting up a lot. That's my balance. Like I haven't been doing it for a while because I've been handling business. You only cut up so much, but you got to handle business. It's got to be a balance. You come on my YouTube channel, it's Black Empowerment. You go on my music channel, it's music. Go on my biker channel, it's bike life. I try to separate all of them so I don't want my one channel to seem like I'm all over the place. So you go to each one of them though, you're gonna see me being me on each one of them. Talking about the things I like to talk about on each one of them. You go on people's profile, man, they don't realize a picture, a name, a post is worth 1,000 words.
One race bullies more than the other. I don't. Actually, I think everybody.
We can say that. See, we can say we get bullies, but we can definitely.
Do you see what I see?
I say one race does the bullying more.
But how can you? I guess for me, because we.
See, if you're bullying your brother at home, that's a family issue. When you cross and start bullying your neighbor, now it's a community thing, right?
But that's what I mean.
So, because if white folks are just bullying white folks, right, like the Irish, right, that is something else. But when they brought it to Africa and when it becomes interracial, there we have a problem.
Got you. Okay.
So it's I get what you're saying, but it's not the same thing.
Got it. Okay, I understand.
So then are we not the same people?
Ooh.
Come again?
Ooh. And our sister Sonya had been quiet for a while. And I was finna get off, but this sister right here, Sister Antoinette, she cooks. Let her cook.
I said, so then are we not the same people then? Because if we're saying that.
Who's the we? Who's the we you're referring to?
African Americans, Haitians, Jamaicans.
Oh, we all African. As far as I'm concerned, we all are. I'm just letting
Okay,
you see.
so then if that's the case, then ours isn't the biggest bullying then.
Come again?
I said then if we are the same people, then black people aren't the biggest bullies then, because this is a family thing, right?
White people are, yes. I
Right.
think that's the point.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got what you. I got what you
wanted
were
to say something though. I wanted to say something though because I was just on here and I was taken off because I was told I was a liar. But Carlos came onto the live and used the N-word and you guys didn't take him off of the live. Actually, you told him he was more black than black people.
Now I wasn't there for any of that stuff. So like I said, I catch lives when I catch them. If it's talking about something that needs to be discussed amongst us, I try to hit screen record as quickly as possible. Also, I don't have access to get the lives after the fact. That's that person that like I've had a couple lives I've done on my bike side. When I was working on truckless, I was able to get you guys that footage. I can go to the live center and get my footage. I can't get another content creator's footage.
Then Henry came on and literally said the same thing I said that.
First off, let us correct it. As I wish you would come up.
Wait. You.
No. Let me make something clear. Carlos came up. He said he was Mexican, black, and native, right? He was saying stuff. He was too vulgar with his words, and I didn't even tell him to shut up. It was Peace that said, you know what? Tone down the cursing. I was willing to let him go, and before I took him off, I said, you're sounding a bit more black than Mexican, because he was using a lot of curse words with his, which.
That's something I didn't like him saying. Trying to relegate us to what we just curse every time we say it. Now, Bernie Mac, he has the skit that he did on comedy, where we use, MF, and he did the whole thing, did the whole bit funny. But in everyday conversation, we don't talk like that. That was actually a kid I did a ride with recently. He was mixed. I knew he was mixed. And I think oftentimes they confuse. That's why I'm glad we delineate, because the mulattoes and all these other different nuances in blackness, we have to call it out, because now I'm black, he's mixed. The other two guys we're riding with are non-black. I don't know if they're white, but they're non-black. And every other word is out of his mouth, nigga. You know what I'm saying, nigga? Yeah, nigga. And I'm looking at him, and I was like, okay, he's mixed. That's why every other word he's saying, he starts it out with the N word, ends it with the N word. Nigga, please, nigga. Okay, you're trying to over blackify yourself. You're trying to over black it, bruh. You're being a tryhard. And that's my first time meeting Buddy. But I remember when I think Jason Black was talking about it, how mulattoes and stuff like that, people who feel like they're not black enough, overdo the black thing. We don't talk like that, man. I'm most definitely black. Hey, bro, it's kind of, I'm like, are you trying to prove, like, trying to make yourself sound hard to the white dudes? You're a big dude. He's taller than I am. We probably way close to the same in weight, These white dudes are probably about 140 pounds, 150 pounds, bro. What are you doing? Why are you just, yeah, nigga, yeah, nigga. Oh, I'm like, okay, whatever, man. Let's just ride. Let's ride. I'm like, Buddy is trying hard. I'm pretty sure something he's been doing all this time. Now, if I ever meet him again and we get a chance to chop it up, I'm going to say, hey, bro, you ain't gotta, everything you saying gotta be the N-word, bro. We don't talk like that. We just don't talk like that. Everything I say ain't got to be a profane word or the N-word or anything like that. I don't have to be vulgar to have a solid conversation with somebody. Vulgarity is not the whole of my vocabulary.
It's more profound in the black community. So I said that jokingly, hoping he would stop using the curse words. He did not, so I took him off.
That's not a joke.
You came up and persistently lied to our faces. You continue to move the goalpost, and for some reason, you have come up now to explain why we took you off before when you could just tell us your point in a better way. Like, isn't that why you came up? Isn't that why you came up?
You perceived that I lied, but you didn't prove that I lied. You perceived that I lied, but I didn't lie about anything. I actually told the truth about everything I said. I did go to farming countries where I told you I mean, you can Google it. Bakersfield is a farming country. I live there. I applied to jobs there. Several. Clovis is also a farming country. I applied there. So I don't know how I told a lie because I said I'm willing to work anywhere because I haven't been able to work in a year. Now that perceives me as a liar.
My sister said,
didn't I just say in one of my videos that black folk aren't lazy? That's a myth. Because when you out of work, we'll take pretty much anything because we know anything beats zero. Anything beats zero. We'll do legal work because anything beats zero.
But you guys just said that people could work.
I apologize if I say.
Oh, I didn't see this last time. Hold on. Deportation equal white bullying.
You lied, offended you, right? You are not a liar. You are the most honest.
Bakersfield is a city. Let's see if I says this on game. Is there farmland? Kern County, Bakersfield, yes there is. They got land for lease and sale. Then they got farms for sale. I hope I said land for lease. Up there, I'm probably jumping my words, family. Jumping my words. I'm sorry. I should have had my coffee way before I did this video. They got land for lease and farms for sale. We are in the middle of one of the largest agricultural producing areas in the world. What's grown here finds its way to points out around the globe. There's a good chance something you ate today came from Bakersfield. So this first about it's the city, yeah. There's farmland there. It's farmland. It's farmland there.
This person I've had on this panel for at least 1 week now, right? Could you go ahead and tell us your point?
And then you said I was mad, but when the other lady said, when the Descartes saying the Haitian lady.
That's right. That's not an apology. He's being sarcastic. He's being sarcastic.
He was angry. You told, oh, don't say a black woman is angry, but you was able to say that me, an African American woman, was mad. Why?
I hate that when she said this. Sister Antoinette, hopefully you see this. I'm gonna try to remember to clip all this stuff up and put it on TikTok. But when you say stuff like that, that makes you a generic African. Let's stop saying it, family. We're not African Americans.
Why is that?
Someone wrote in the chat, why is she yelling?
Duana Gutierrez, the criminals ruin it for everyone else. My husband is illegal and not a criminal. You're illegal. If you're performing an illegal act, whether you're here, whether it's just you being in this country, that makes you a criminal. You're committing a crime. You're breaking it. Let's continue.
Right? I said you can communicate your points without getting mad and yelling, right? Because see, I have to take care of you on the panel and the people in the comments. If you're yelling and it's not conducive for those in the comments, I let you know that you.
I had to correct him. Let's just say yelling. She's passionate. That's not yelling. We've all of us were black mamas, black aunties, black grandmas. We know what happened when a black woman yelling. You know what that is. It's a whole different level. Our sister, her voice is firm. She's making stern points, and she's passionate. That's not yelling. That ain't yelling. No. But then again, look who's the host. And we went to his page. He's not used to a black woman being able to check him more than likely. That's a problem. And she ain't yelling at all. Her voice is about the same audible level as the sister up here. And this sister right here, but because it's a disagreeing point, it's yelling. Okay, whatever.
Can articulate your point without sounding mad. That brother called a black woman crazy. That has never worked out good. I literally
She is
told the
angry.
brother before we went
No,
to
she
that
might be
conversation,
upset,
stay
but
out
she
of
ain't
this. Stay out of this, because I know for a fact that there's very little you can say as a black man in a conversation, an argumentative conversation with a black woman, that is not gonna be taken out of context, right? So I told him stay out of it, and the first thing he said, "You sound."
All right, sorry about that. Yeah, my wife walked through. I keep telling this is a wide angle camera. You can see a lot.
Does it turn out well when you call a black woman a liar? Does it turn out well when you call a black woman, when you say a black woman is mad? It doesn't.
Listen.
So you called me a liar, and then you said I was mad.
I did not call you a liar. You lied, and it was just not me. Everyone on this chat saw you were lying, from the panel to the comments, right? And I'll say this again. I take that back. You are not that back.
Only you and the other African lady said that.
Ooh. Like I said, I wasn't there for it. I wish I was, but I wasn't there for it.
May I say something? May I say something? Because
can we move past, please? Well, hold up, Sean. Did you come up and say something?
No, that was that's all I want to hear, because I be busy during the day. I like to get you guys the content and stuff like that. That's part of the reason why I do clips. But every now and again, I want you guys to see live, so you can see the interactions in real time outside of the internet space on our channel. All right. I know if you follow like Afro Elite, Black Alpha Network, I think Zaza. I don't want to call it Zazie, because I'm thinking Zazie Beats. Well, I'm thinking of her, but our other sister, she's also in Chicago. Lord have mercy. I'm gonna have to go to a page, but I don't want you to feel like we're talking in the vacuum. Like, I want you to see these interactions in real time. I don't know those people. I didn't orchestrate that. It's happenstance. I just happen to scroll and catch it and record it in real time and bring it to you. That's why I do it like the way I do it now. If you seen this dude that does he does the pictures and they arguing and everything's, he's used the B word heavily. You can tell by the way he looks, he's not a foundation Black American. And he did this. It's Carter Anderson. He did this. And I was like, interesting. I have a take on this.
What can I do for you, Mr. Anderson? I just don't understand why y'all don't like black people. Excuse me? I'm just saying, why don't y'all ever repost any black reviews of y'all's cookies? Huh? You know what? Don't even worry about it, Crumble. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. So I'm going to show you a couple clips that I've seen of Black Crumble cookie reviews. All right, now that's what I'm talking about. Play the clips. You know what? Let's try it.
Like chocolate. Oh, so good.
Have you had crumble? It tastes like butter sugar with flour in it. Can I have cookie with my butter and sugar, please? Can I have cookie with my butter and sugar? Because it's almost all you taste is the butter and the sugar. It is not people. Oh, crumble cookie. If you know, you know. Cookie Society, hands down, the best.
So good. 10 out of 10. Would not recommend.
Yeah, it's gooey.
So I'm sure that there are some black people who love y'all's cookies. I don't know where they're located. Maybe like Connecticut or some shit. But I don't. We just gonna leave y'all nice white people alone, and we gonna go to church. And Popeyes. I'm sorry, bitch. I'm back in New York, April 10th. Get your tickets today, bitch.
Yeah, that's his stick. Family, we owe those people nothing. We honesty. You know why Keith Lee has such a big platform? Honest reviews. You know why Mr. Chime Time has such a big platform? Honest reviews. Dubs Grub here in the DFW. Shout out to that brother. Honest reviews. People don't. My brother who what's his name? Big. I forgot what his name is. The big dude. Brother, you had some people get upset with me because it was like, was that you that posted them? I went saw his review and I went to that spoof spot. It was terrible. I had people come at me because of some of your reviews. I'm like, first off, this man got a full head of hair. Second of all, he's 6 foot. I'm not even 5'10". How you confuse us is amazing. All right, all big black men don't look alike. Honest reviews. People want honest reviews. Keep it G. You can get more consistency and a better, more involved following with honest reviews and critiques. Then if you start giving people, oh, this place is great. This place is great. Everywhere is great. You ain't had no bad food in none of these restaurants, bro. Big Dog, that's his name. Big Dog. Nothing get he's DFW. Nothing gets the homie, but brother, they what can hey man, that was it you. They told me, hey bro, that wasn't me. I've never been there. Oh man. So yeah, we ain't nothing wrong with us telling to be honest. In black folk, try cookie society. If you're not in Texas, you actually can order from their site. From my understanding, you still can. Let me double check. They may have changed the rules. Because I bought their frozen. They have vacuum sealed cookies that the cookie batter, and you can order from. Yep, nationwide shipping. They still got it. So if you want, you can order and have it shipped to you. And there was another black-owned company. This bike side, I don't want to go to. Shut that up. Cookies. I had the honey bun cookies in 2023. Let me do it like this. Let's do this. We're gonna do 50. We'll go back to 2020, 2021. There we go. Yeah, family. I've been doing this. Huh? Me and my mom. While I was boxing. At one time I was beard tech and tacos, but this the Cut Buddy Plus, I still got this tool. And all these products. Dianu. Just real quick, I had a little humble brag, you know what I'm saying? Nagash all over the place. You don't see a lot of Nagash on my site. Where is I did a video with my mom and I had ordered shout out to Urban. It's not around no more, but because he went a different direction. But it was I ordered. Oh, and I missed him. I recently learned real quick, and I know I'm getting off these tangents. I'm just when I'm thinking about it. Black Friday market in Raleigh, North Carolina is not around anymore. Unfortunately. Puzzles of Color. Shout out to that. And I know them. Went to church with them. Here it is. Miss C's Bakery. Let's see if she's still around because I actually ordered from her. My cookies were baked and they were shipped properly done. Check this video out, family. Get your grub on episode 11. Miss C's Bakery. Baking. Chocolate chip. Cookies, I'm gonna put that on there. See if she's still around. Hopefully she is. I don't think she's around anymore. Let's go to IG. Okay. Okay, wow. Okay. Very disheartening. However, it happens. And those cookies were freaking amazing. They were amazing. That's why I put them on the channel. Because they were delicious. So, check the video out. See my real-time reaction. Mom was with me, I believe. And she had a chance to try them cookies out. Very unfortunate. Hadn't posted since 2021, so yeah. Very disheartening, but I'm glad I did my part to try to support a quality company. So yeah, family. Cookie Society though, that's the thing. Not I guess, but that's the thing. That's what's here now. So if you want black owned, and let me show you, she's most definitely black owned. Turn her husband, she is light skinned. He's a former football player, I believe. Jeff and Marissa Allen. There you go. See more melanin. That other picture got her looking like low-key a white woman, but make cookies and play football. That's those are the owners.
Even with them, Sister Carmen, we have talked.
Now this is the last live I caught, and I thought this was interesting. If you hate Africans as diasporic Africans, then you hate your ancestors. We don't hate our ancestors. We don't hate our ancestors. Now I'm showing you all this guys to show you that the interactions that we are having, and also the effect we're having. We got folk crashing out left and right, family. We got folk crashing out left and right.
Talk about that because they're leaving one colonizer to other colonizer. They're allowing Russian to come in. They're doing deal with Russians and stuff like that. Me personally, I don't want to do deal with anybody. We ourselves should do that ourselves, right? So this was going on in the continent today. There's a lot of nuances to this conversation because the white team men are going back home, buying the land and grow. They're doing it as we speak. When you look at South Africa,
yeah, so they're going ahead of us, it sounds like.
Exactly.
They're going ahead of us in preparation for us to come there so they can still.
Who would come there? My partner, he probably see this. He can tell me, son, I'm getting some money. I'm going back to Africa. I'm like, Dad, not right now, you're not. Not right now. It just seemed like, oh, I'm just getting about America and it's going to be better. No. Don't get this solution. There's more of them coming over here. They are over here enjoying the benefits of our labor. Why are we finna go over there and build it up for them? Like that one sister, she keep paying money, all this money she paying out. They just come and just take the people like, hey, we want copper. Hey, the police officers. Like, what you got here? Oh, I got some lumber that you had. I need this for my garden. You had no protections over there. You're an outsider. They just want your money. They want the resources that they're not willing to work for or fight for.
Rent us apartments, rent us houses.
But God forbid,
You know,
it will not
have the
happen
grocery
on my watch.
stores.
It will not happen on my watch. It will not
Right.
happen on watch. God forbid. You heard what I'm
It's
saying?
gonna get
Because
expensive, so
that's
hurry
what
up.
you try to do. But if we ask the remnant, we actually stay on business, we come together, then we shouldn't worry about anything to worry about that.
Y'all are the majority over there. Come together and do what? If you're the majority, you can't get it popping as the majority. What we gonna come over to do? To work for you? Be the first line to get gunned down? No.
We forgot because Africa is a continent that house many countries. There's a lot of land that's there. We don't need to be in a city. We can create our own village. We can create our own city if we want to. We don't need no government to do this thing to us. But brothers, we need numbers to get it done. We ain't gonna do it.
Y'all have to
one by one. We need to do it as a group.
Do you think that we need also firepower?
Of course. Well, first of all, when we're talking about firepower, why don't we create our own factory? Then we can talk about firepower. We got the engineer, we got the mind to do so.
Please do.
We got all the minerals, everything on the continent to do everything we want to do. We need those brothers and sisters that are into those fields. We need an engineer. We need medicine. We need doctor. We need physician. We need all.
Don't they tell how many doctors and stuff are African and engineers are African? Don't we hear that? Nigerian American, Ghanaian American discovered how to cure, have built the brainchild behind X, Y, and Z. What is he talking about?
All those, then we can start creating our own factory. When the moment we can start making our pew, our own firearm, then we're talking about going to war. We're not gonna buy from somebody.
We're not gonna buy from
somebody and go to war with it.
And what Spirit tells me about what your concern and what used to be my concern. I mean, I still think about it every so often, but then I get the same calming feeling of they would be hurting themselves to try to hurt us. They would actually hurt
they can afford it. They can afford it.
Well, I don't even mean
destroy Africa.
Yeah, and I don't even mean like in that way, but I mean like physically. It would like boomerang. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to the panel one day about how me and my father have this thing where when people.
Now, family, I saw this and I was like, there's a lot going on. Vessel of Spoken Truth, African, Seminole, Freedman, descended, Caesar Brunner band. I guess it's an axe. I don't know what that's for. This is why you've heard it be said, rather. You can be half FBA, still receive reparations, but you can't be a thought leader. You have dual allegiances, particularly this part right here. The Seminole Freedmen, yeah, we got Sulan and we got all that. But Vessel of Spoken Truth, African, dual allegiance. You can't speak on behalf of us. You can be in the back. You know what I'm saying? You can be in the back. You can't speak on behalf of us because you got dual allegiances. We don't know what you're gonna say. We don't know if you're gonna take us off of message discipline. No, we don't need that.
In close proximity to us fall out with us and we haven't done anything to them, they end up unaliving. Like they just fall unalive, right? And so I feel like the collective us, those of us who are getting back in touch with our ancestors, those of us who want to repatriate, we have good intentions, we have love for Africa. If people come after us to try to prevent us from doing that, and we haven't done anything to them, it's gonna backfire on them. Not to sound spooky, but I mean, it's gonna backfire on them.
Sorry, you got to echo. The fathers always fight for us. When you look at the history of Africa, even in West Africa, before our ancestors were taken into the Caribbean, before they were taken to North America, before the Haiti fall, the European. Do you know how many times that we were defeating them when they come to Africa on the West? Like West Africa.
Y'all sold. They were sold, brother.
It was known to be in white.
That's it, family. It's only half of them. I'll let it finish out.
Team men graveyard. Do y'all know about that? They couldn't survive out there. We would be even now that home and woman. Do you know how many times they've been that woman?
I just see this one. The musty people don't like black people. Hilarious. Hilarious, family. I'm gonna let it finish, then we're gonna see if Molly's actually creating weapons and we'll close it out.
Women have.
Alright, that's it, family. Whew. Man, oh man. Let's go here. Does Molly have a weapons? It's working to establish a national defense industry that would include weapons manufacturers. The goal is to make Mali militarily independent. So Simi Goita has announced the creation of a military factory to manufacture weapons and ammunition. So that was recently. So this January 2020. So they haven't built it. They're looking to do it. Okay, there we go. All right, whatever. All right, family. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Until next time, peace and black empowerment.